we don't need roads.
Davon, oh my God, I love you so much. You are
thank you.
absolutely unbelievable. And seriously, it's an honor to be able to speak with you for this. So seriously, thank you for your
Likewise.
time.
Thank you so much.
Of course, I'm going to jump into this. When we meet Mary, she's living under this sort of cloud of grief that most of us will honestly never understand. So I am sort of curious as to how that, or if it does, morph your experience playing the character. Like, to what degree do you have to live under this cloud of grief in order to understand her, or do you at all?
Right. So I think for me, how I like to work is I like to learn as much about this character from, I'll say, more of a textbook, meaning like a more analytical and psychological point of view, and really get a great grasp in which I feel like I'm rooted in who they are, and then when to do the scene, right? So with that being said, I don't stay in like a, you know what I mean, morose and sad place. For me, that doesn't work well. I actually need to do the opposite so that I have space for something else. So, for example, something that I think people don't know, I did Dolomite with Eddie Murphy, and something that's interesting about him, thank you, something that's interesting about him, in order to give that amazing, comedic, big, larger-than-life performance, he is very quiet and not small, but you know what I mean? Very quiet, a complete opposite in order to give that in the performance. So similarly was the case for me for showing this grief, that I would joke and laugh and da-da-da, so I had space to give that when it was called for, then let it, wash through me because emotions come and go, and then offset it, almost like an emotional palate cleansing. And then at night to depart from that, I would call family, cook. I love to cook, watch cartoons, something that got me back to my reality and my world, because I don't think it would have been helpful for me if I would have been like super method and stayed in that place for 3 months. That would have been too much for me.
That's so fascinating. I have to tell you, I walked out of this movie for the first time in a long time, really thinking like, I need to know what happens with these characters, and specifically with Mary. There's a part of me in my heart that just, I need to know that she's okay. So I am sort of curious how much you have decided as an actor what happens to her, what her path is beyond when the credits roll.
I think she's on the path. She's on, and one thing about her is that I applaud is, to me, she always wanted to work through it. I don't think she ever wanted to be stuck in it. I think she's actually, in my personal opinion, dealing with it quite well, all things considered. At the end of the movie, she says she's going to stay here, and now she feels a sense of duty to continue on, and that she's going to continue to work really hard and save up money so now she can start a college fund for her nephew. So it's kind of like she learned the lessons from what she did and did not do with her son, and now she wants to pass it on to her nephew that's going to take her child's name, which is so, so beautiful. And that I think she takes great pride in that.
I love that. They're giving me the wrap. I have 10,000 more questions I could ask you, but I just want to say the scene in the kitchen at the party is one of the most incredible scenes I've ever seen in my entire best pieces of acting I've seen in a very long time. So I hope that you know that you are that great, and otherwise it's just going to be us telling you all day. So seriously, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Take care. Bye.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.